Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Hello, teacher. Good
Hel
evening.
Hello,
Hello.
teacher.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay. I'm going to start by saying thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I'm able to see that today most of you have been on time. So congratulations. And I'm going to start by asking how was the test and how did you feel it? So let's see. Miss Jacqueline Cibriano. Miss Jacqueline?
Sorry, teacher, que estoy cargando el teléfono, lo siento.
No, not a problem,
Tengo
not
un
a
montón
problem.
de cable aquí, dígame.
We're gonna start by asking, how are you? How do you feel today?
Quickly, rápido.
Ah,
Toda la
you
semana ha
feel
sido,
the pressure.
yes.
Why?
Um, ay, ¿Cómo se dice?
You have a lot of things to do?
¿Ah?
You have a lot of things to do?
Yes, teacher. Ay, siempre, toda esta semana he estado en reuniones y campañas.
Oh, you have been in meetings.
Ajá, eso.
So that means that you have been getting a lot of work, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, but I know that you can do it because you demonstrate every single day that you can overcome challenges. And I would like to know, Ms. Cibrian, how did you feel the test?
Good.
Good. It was easy?
Yes.
Easy, right? Easy peasy.
I funny. It's a caricatura de Bob Esponja. I like
Do you,
it.
that's great. Do you like that kind of things on the test? It feels more friendly, right?
Yes.
It feels friendly. Thank you so much. And what about you, Mr. Anderson? How did you feel the test?
So difficult.
Difficult? Why? Why difficult?
Yes. Maybe my comprehension, but and the last part, la última parte,
The last
eh,
part about the video?
ajá,
Why it was difficult?
Maybe because my reading is not very good, and so my comprehension time the watch video.
So that's why we have been practicing, if you can see that part of comprehension. And I have been asking you questions in order to not say it like an event, but in saying try to develop more different vocabulary and try to give your own explanation or your own answer about it. So not a worry, Mr. Anderson. This is just setting like a season of your journey, and you are gonna be getting better every single day. And it's just a matter to keep practicing. Try to read a lot of things, try to read magazines, try to learn new vocabulary, try to practice this vocabulary, try to watch videos, movies and music and all of that, and you are gonna be feeling the improvement.
Yes, even I have the app is very good to
What's up?
comprehension. Uh, this name, bueno,
Its
espérame,
name?
its name is, excuse me, ay, mi celular se llama English Reading.
English reading. That sounds
Yes.
good. It is about books or studies or something like that.
Our stories
Short ones or
is
long ones?
the both.
Both.
Yes. For example, I TOEFL, etc. Reading the comprehension is very good.
That's good. That's good. My recommendation about you is try to read short stories or short things, because this is gonna, remember, you need to be working level by level. So if you start running, maybe it's gonna be difficult than if you start with the easy things.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Miss Paula Soriano. Hello, welcome.
Hello,
Hello. How did you feel the test? How it was?
um, difficult.
Difficult.
Yes. Because
Why?
a story de Ángel el pez. I was
Angel.
wrong in some question.
Mhm.
Pensé que tenía bien, pero quizás leí mal, no sé. En una pregunta me pasó que la leí, la entendí, la volví a leer y había entendido mal. Así que no sé si en eso fallé.
Oh, okay, not a problem. As I mentioned with Mr. Anderson, comprehension is saying like that is the most difficult part of the language. In my case, right? Because you can have the vocabulary, you can have the fluency, you can have the knowledge, but if you are not able to understand what is the situation or what the person is talking about or what is the movie about, the music about, the reading about, other things, you we get a little bit confused of what is the point.
Yes.
And I would like to know what you are doing in order to improve that part. What you are doing in order to get better in that part about comprehension, Miss Paula. ¿Qué está haciendo para mejorar? What you are doing to improve. Improve, mejorar. Improve that part.
Practice lectura.
Readings.
Yes.
Mm, that's
Y
good.
la
That's
pronunciation.
pronunciation.
Conversation también. Yes.
Conversation is a good one. If you have a friend that speak
Yes.
English or with your classmate and you practice conversation, you are gonna feel the improvement and you are gonna feel that you are getting better because you are gonna be able to understand that person. So that is a good suggestion. Try to speak with other people just in English.
Okay.
Or you can use the methodology, saying like that, that is Spanglish. Have you ever heard about Spanglish?
No.
Guys, do you know what is Spanglish?
Yes, it's like hablar como en español y en inglés a la misma vez.
It's like a combination between English and Spanish, que es prácticamente lo que nosotros hacemos sometimes, right? In order to get better. And that's good. Well, in my case, I consider that it's good because you can be getting better and you can stop thinking just in Spanish. Because when you are speaking in English, you are thinking in English and then you move on y empiezas a hablar en español y agarras la idea. So in my case, it's a good option, right? Just in my case. Let me see, Mr. Harris.
Yes, teacher.
Hello, how are you, Mr. Harris?
Hello, I am fine. And you?
That's great. Well, I'm very, very excited to hear how have you been improving. I'm so happy to hear that. I would like to know, Mr. Jadis, how did you feel the test?
I feel difficult. And the last part, yes, that was easy, but the first question, yes, for me was difficult.
Do you mean about the first part of the idioms or the part of the readings?
I'm the part of the idioms.
Idioms. Do you think that is difficult, the idioms, Mr. Jadis?
For me, yes.
Why?
Um, because there are too much, and I
You got confused.
yes.
Okay, one recommendation that I have for you is try to apply it in those conversations. For example, I know that you are a smart cookie and that you can achieve whatever you want. However, sometimes we don't get the score that we want, so we need to face the music. But it's important to know that we are getting better and improving every single day in order to improve. Did you see that I applied the words and on the conversation?
No.
Dice que apliqué las palabras de Smart Cookie, después dije la de Face the Music en la conversación que tuvimos ahorita en este pedacito.
Yes.
Okay, so in this case, you're gonna do the same. You're gonna speak and try to apply it. Intenta aplicarlo, and you're gonna see that it's gonna be more easy. It's gonna be easier.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Miss Raquel Campos.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. How are you today?
Um, I'm I'm fine, but I'm tired. A little tired.
Oh, well, but the important thing is that you're fine, okay?
Yeah.
I would like to know, Miss Raquel, how did you feel the test? It was easy, it was difficult, it was so.
Mm, well, in my case, maybe easy because I understand the history because I'm learned this week, and for me, I the watching movies in English, I help a lot of, and sometimes I'm speak with my sister, and for me it's easy the test. And
Oh,
and the
mhm.
video about the Bob Esponja
SpongeBob,
uh, is sponge
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. It's so funny. I watch 3 or 2 times because the words are, well, are so difficult. How do you say algunas?
So, ¿cómo?
Anyone? Anyone's is algunas.
Some words.
Some words are so difficult, but the rest is
That's good. Mr. Raquel Campos, I would like to make a difference. And Miss Gabriela, Miss Alada, if you are here, make sure that I'm saying the right thing. The difference between history and story is the next one. History is when you are talking about a movement. For example, when you start talking about the history of El Salvador. This is a process, right? Estás hablando de una historia. Por ejemplo, en la historia de El Salvador es como un proceso, es un periodo. And a story, most of the time we use it when we want to talk to something that maybe it is real or maybe it is not. For example, have you ever watched the movie Toy Story? Toy Story, Mr. Raquel?
yes.
It's about an story about toys, right? Por eso se llama historia de juguetes. Miss Celada, I'm not getting that one or not? Okay, maybe she's not here, but not a problem. I think that this is the difference, guys. However, I'm gonna investigate in order to give you the correct answer, okay? Pero hasta donde yo recuerdo, esa es la diferencia. History, cuando estamos hablando de algún movimiento, cuando estamos hablando por ejemplo, la historia del Salvador, cosas así. Story, cuando estamos hablando de historias de miedo, historias de juguete, historias inventadas, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And let's see, we are gonna ask with the last person that it's gonna be Mr. Diego Castillo.
I understand most part of the exam because I read the history, just the history in the class, and for this I understand the paragraph, and the the others is so easy for me.
Mhm. Guys, I just would like to mention this. Be careful. Sean cuidadosos a la hora de dar respuestas. Why? Remember, we have a different time of sentences. Tenemos diferentes tiempos gramaticales. We have third person, we have first person, and also we have present, we have simple past, we have a lot of things in English. So we must be very careful when by reading the questions, how it is. So guys, I hope that everything goes great on that test and congratulations because I know that all of you did a wonderful job. Congratulations. And now guys, empecé preguntando un poco acerca de esto. Si se dan cuenta, in which sentence, in which time sentence is this question that I have already asked you? How did you feel the test? Presente, futuro, pasado. Guys, presente, futuro, pasado. How did you feel the test?
Maybe pause
Why past?
because nos está preguntando sobre el test que ya hicimos, ¿no? Maybe, maybe.
Mhm. Perfect. Guys, ¿Alguna otra opinión? What is the grammatical time? How did you feel the test?
Oh, eh, eh, maybe también the auxiliar did.
There is a trick, not a trick, there is like a guide inside of that. Did you identified that there is did, so that's mean that this is an auxiliary for, ¿para qué tiempo?
Pass.
Past. And perfect. Today we are gonna be talking about simple past, guys. We are gonna review that because we already know what it's about. Guys, I'm gonna turn off my camera and I'm gonna start sharing my screen, okay? Perfect. As always, guys, welcome to English from Home. Today we are gonna review about simple past. This is a topic that you already know what is about, so you are gonna be helping me. I'm gonna be asking you, voy a estarles preguntando, when I called your name, please answer me. Cuando los llame, por favor, respóndanme. So we are gonna start. Let's see. Let's see. Miss Tatiana, hello, good evening.
Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Thank you so much for coming. May you help me, not reading, explaining me, what is simple past? Explain me with your own words. What is simple past?
Okay, in my opinion, simple past is when you are talking about something that has already happened. For example, yesterday I worked, or maybe the last year I worked from Pollo Camp.
Perfect, correct. It is basically, guys, in a simple words, the simple past tense shows that you are talking about something that has already happened. This is an action that you already done on the past, and it's not gonna be affecting the future, it's not gonna be affecting the present because you already did it, and that's it. Let me see, let me see. Miss Jenny,
Yes, teacher.
may you help me reading this part, please? Infinitive, past tense, and negative.
Um,
All the examples, please. All of these.
eh, un ejemplo de cualquiera.
All of them. For example, the first one, to ask, asked, did not ask. Then the second one, and like that.
Um,
Solo leyendo los ejemplos.
okay. Um, infinitive, to ask, past tense ask,
Ask.
ask, and did not ask,
Go, the second one.
to work, worked,
Worked.
work,
No. There is a difference here. This is work.
work,
And this is with a T at the end. Worked.
worked,
Like that.
work.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And did not work, to call, called,
Correct. It is on. Called.
called, did not call, and to use, used,
Used.
used, and did not use.
Perfect. Guys, there is an important thing. We are gonna learn how to pronounce it. Sometimes it sounds like with a D, sometimes it is with the ED sounds. However, this class is not gonna be like this, with that in that way, because we're gonna start by reminding what is simple past, what are the auxiliaries in negative, in positive, in answering, in answers, and all of that. And in the next class, that is gonna be tomorrow, we're gonna be learning about the pronunciation, okay? Perfect. So now let's move on. Let me see. Just give me a second. Where is my mouse? Over here. I would like to notice Miss Jennifer Ramirez.
Hi.
Hi, good evening. Okay,
Good
Miss,
evening.
good evening. May you help me reading what it's about and then give me your own interpretation or your own explanation about what did you understand about it?
Okay. Regular and irregular.
Over here, you can start how we can use
Okay.
it.
Okay. How we can use it. Auxiliary did.
And
And,
when we use did,
and uh, in a question mark.
in
With a
questions
with questions. Yes.
and
And the verb, I think.
and negatives.
Negatives. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is in the questions. We use it when we want to ask something in past, and we want to make a negative in a negative answer, or it could be a question too, but it's regarding of negative. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Now this one, regular and irregular.
Okay. Regular verbs are verbs whose past tense versions are formed by adding an ed to the end, such as walk, climb, decide, describe, drop, want, call, and beg. A simple past tense contains only the past tense verb, as she walked to the school. Irregular, a verb
She,
in which
I said it this again. She.
she walked to the school.
Are you sure that she
Walk, walk,
walked?
walk, walk, walk
Mm-hmm,
to the school.
mm-hmm. Code irregular.
Okay, irregular. A verb in which the past tense is not formed by adding the usual ed ending. Example of irregular verbs are sing, past tense sung, fell, felt, and go, went. Compare irregular verb.
Compare regular verb. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, Miss Jennifer, I'm gonna start asking you what is about this. What does that mean? When I can use it or how I'm gonna use did? Explain me, please. Just this part.
Okay. When you have uh, you need to add the ed in a verbs
No, no, no.
for
Miss Jennifer, hold on. I'm
okay.
talking about this part, the auxiliary. Just the auxiliary. Why it is important
How
or how can I use it?
how how is important?
Why it is important? Mhm.
Why? Um, because uh, it's a it's a help to uh guide you
Mhm.
to the past of the phrase or what you wanna say is
Mhm.
an auxiliary that uh, say you to the phrase is in past. I think.
Correcto. Ya, correcto, as you say. Por eso fue Anderson capaz de entenderlo, porque yo les pregunté y quiero que me respondan esta vez también usted. How did you fill the test? ¿Qué estoy ocupando como auxiliar? How did you fill the test?
Um,
Mr. Ujú. ¿Qué estoy ocupando? How did
the
you fill the test?
the did with irregular verb you felt.
Okay, we're gonna see if I am using irregular verb on that one and how it works on a question, okay?
Okay.
Perfect, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, let me see who is on my list. Um, who wants to participate, guys? Raise your hand. No one? Okay, so I think that I need to pick someone. Mr. Diego?
Yes.
Perfect. May you explain me with your own words what is regular? What does that mean?
regular.
Mhm. Why we use regular in verbs? What does that mean? What are regular verbs?
I'm reading again. Wait me.
Okay, take your time, not a problem.
I don't know.
Mr. Anderson, you're gonna help me with irregulars, okay? So please read what is irregular and then I'm gonna ask you. Mr. Diego, the time is over. What is regular verbs?
And yeah, I don't know.
Why not? Okay, I'm gonna help you. Okay, it says that are the verbs formed by adding and what I need to add on those verbs?
ED.
Ed. For example, can you see that the first one is walk?
Yes.
And what it said on the last example, she
Walk.
to the school. So basically it's telling me the verb is not gonna change. Si ves, el verbo no va a cambiar. It's not gonna change. And I'm just gonna add, ¿qué es lo único que voy a agregar?
The ED
Oh, now explain me with your own words. What is regular verbs? Now that you know, tell me, what is regular verbs?
is a verbs that don't change and only add the ED at the
Mhm.
end.
Correct. Remember, in this case, it's don't change. It's a verb that doesn't change. Third person, doesn't change.
Okay.
Perfect. Did you see? You are able to understand it. It's just about comprehension. And now, Mr. Anderson, it's your turn. What is irregular?
The irregular verb is when past tense, uh, not adding the usual ed, because the irregular verbs, when I use past tense,
Mhm.
maybe, bueno, in my opinion, ay, no sé cómo se dice cambiar.
Change.
Okay, change all words. For
Again,
example,
change.
change,
No, that change. Change.
change.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, change the old word. For example, sing is sung, and
Mhm,
past, maybe, I think.
mhm. Yeah, correct. It's as Mr. Anderson said. In this case, it's totally changed, right? Mr.
Yes,
Anderson?
yes.
Yeah. For example, go, as you can see, go is not good, right? It is not like that. How is good in past?
Went
Went. And is similar or is totally different?
is totally different.
It's totally different. So that's mean that in the first in the regulars, the verbs, the structure of the verb is the same and we add ed at the end. However, in the irregulars, it is the verb is totally different and past simple. Okay, so I would like to know Miss Jacqueline Ciprian.
Okay.
What is the difference between regular and irregular? What is the difference?
Um, the difference, the regular is making expression oversight the action.
Mhm.
In the regular, um, right.
In easy way, Miss Jacqueline.
Oh,
Regular, sorry?
uh-huh.
In easy way. Regular, no change the form. Regular, change the form. Say it,
Yes, the
say it.
which, the past, right?
Correct, correct. In the past, simple past, guys. So say it in your own words. What is regular and irregular? And what is the difference? ¿Cuál es la diferencia, Miss Jacqueline, entre regular e irregulares?
Y los irregulares, bueno, los regular sí son los que se pueden, o sea, no van a cambiar la palabra, pero sí vamos a agregar el ed.
Ujú.
Regulares son los que se pueden hacer, ay, que no, los que no se pueden cambiar,
¿Cuáles?
que los irregulares.
Los irregulares son los que cambian completamente. Por ejemplo, go no lleva ld, ¿verdad? No dice go. ¿Cómo
Ah,
dice?
sí. Dice went.
¿Y son similares? ¿Se ven iguales?
No,
Entonces son completamente
diferentes.
diferentes. Regulares, simplemente no cambia la estructura y le agregamos ld. Y los irregulares, nosotros le cambiamos toda la estructura y son diferentes. Perfect. Guys, do you have any question about this before moving on? Questions? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's move on. Perfect. Okay, we have some examples regarding of that. Let's see. Just give me a second. Miss Veronica Lopez,
Yes, teacher.
may you help me with this one, please?
Okay. I cleaned my house.
Mhm.
I did my homework. I walked um,
Away.
away from you.
Guys, there is any mistake inside of those examples? ¿Hay algún mistake en esos ejemplos? Yes or no?
Yes.
What is the mistake?
El ed. El ed.
El ed. ¿Por qué?
Sí. Porque es ahí donde cambia la palabra o la oración.
¿Segura que con el clean cambia el pasado? ¿Cambia toda
Ay,
la oración?
No, teacher.
No. Okay. Guys, it's important to practice and keep reading the verse. Remember, in this case, unfortunately, this is the most difficult part in my case about English, because you must be getting a lot of verbs. You must be learning not just one verb, saying, simple present. No, you need to learn in simple present and simple past. You must be learning in past participle. And those three grammatical sentences is the one that you use the verb. So remember, it's important to practice. But guys, I would like to know, what is the mistake on that? If we are talking about regular verbs, that is the one that end in ed, what is the mistake over here? ¿Cuál es el error si estamos hablando de los regulares que terminan en ed?
Did.
Why did?
Because change the word, because the other verb is do, and do and did, and do is de hacer, y
Cor
did es hacer pero en el pasado.
Correct, as Mr. Castillo said, their did is not part of the regular, it's part of the
Irregular.
irregulars, because basically the structure change. So let's move on. Let's see. Just give me a second. Miss Jacqueline, may you help me with irregular verbs?
Teacher. Okay. Irregular.
Ujú. Con los ejemplos que están aquí.
I went to the mall.
Ujú.
I got 10 minutes in my test.
I got 10 in
Okay.
my test.
Yes. I
Already?
left the hotel.
Miss Jacqueline, do you have any question about it or do you understand it? ¿Lo entiende o tiene alguna pregunta de alguna verbo o palabra?
Pues ahorita estoy asimilando todo, teacher.
Vamos a ver, vamos con el primero.
Okay.
I went. Went is is the simple past of.
Yes, yes, yes.
¿Cuál es en presente el verbo went?
Go.
Go. Entonces significa ir y en pasado sería fui, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
I went to the mall. ¿Qué es el mall?
Eso, un centro comercial.
Entonces la primera significa I went to the mall. ¿En español?
Yo fui a como
A
el
los,
centro
correcto.
comercial.
Ahora la segunda. I
Yo
got.
fui. No,
¿Qué significa? I got 10.
yo obtuve.
Obtuve.
Correcto. Yo obtuve 10 en my test. ¿En qué?
En mi examen.
Correcto. Y la última. I.
Ay, yo realicé, ¿no?
No. We are going to talk about what is already. Okay. Leave it
De-
like that. Mhm.
Dejé ya el hotel.
I already left the hotel. Es como que le diga, yo ya, o sea, en este momento, yo ya no estoy ahí. Yo ya dejé el hotel. I already left the hotel. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. And Miss Jacqueline, ¿hay algún verbo regular aquí? There is any regular verb here? ¿Hay algún verbo regular aquí? Si el
No.
verbo de went es go, ¿es lo mismo, sí o no? Go,
No.
went. No. Si el verbo de got es get, ¿es lo mismo o no?
No.
Si el verbo,
Left.
quiero ver, creo que
Sería.
aquí creo que hay un error, si no me equivoco. Lo voy a investigar ahorita. Permítame un momentito, por favor. Solo quiero asegurarlo antes de decir.
Is correct.
En presente es live, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Correcto. Entonces, en presente es live y en pasado es left. ¿Hay algún error aquí? Perdón, ¿hay algún diferencia o similar aquí? Live, left,
No, no, no.
son diferentes, ¿verdad? Entonces significa que estamos bien en los irregular, ¿correcto?
Okay. Yes.
Perfect. Vamos a terminar con lo que es el did. Y en este caso me gustaría que me ayude Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris.
Yes, example, did you close the door? I didn't do my homework. Yes, I did my homework. No, I did not do my homework.
Oh, okay. And Mr. Yaris, what is happening? Did you close the door? Can you see that the verb close is not like a closed? Why it is not in past the verb if I am talking
Yes,
about the
yes, yes.
past?
Okay, did you close the door?
Are you
I
sure?
did
Guys,
close.
en español.
Cerrar.
Sí, pero ¿creen que en este caso, did you close the door, el verbo tendría que ir en pasado? Si estoy hablando de pasado, ¿verdad? Entonces, ¿tendría que ir en pasado o tendría que ir en su forma base?
En su forma base.
Why, Mr. Anderson?
Because did ya está en pasado y no podemos hacer doble pasado.
Correcto. So, Mr. Harris, if I have did over here, it's not necessary to change. Well, it's not allowed to change the verb because we are using the auxiliary that is representing the past. So in this case, it is correct. Did you close the door? Okay.
Did you close the door?
¿Entendió esta parte o se la vuelvo a explicar?
No, sí, 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 entendí.
Okay, perfect. So in this one, what is happening?
I didn't do my homework.
Is that correct or not?
Yes.
Why?
Porque porque hay uno en pasado y otro en presente. El didn't y el do.
Pero ese, por ejemplo, el didn't que está aquí, claro, didn't es el did not, que significa
Ajá.
did en negativo, ¿verdad? Pero este did not, ¿es un verbo o es un auxiliar?
Auxiliar.
¿Cuál es el verbo en esta oración?
Do.
Ah, entonces se dice, ¿por qué estamos utilizando el auxiliar?
Ah, ok.
I didn't do my homework. Y en esta, ¿por qué yo al inicio pongo yes y después digo I did my homework? ¿Dónde está el verbo? ¿Cuál es el verbo
Did,
aquí? ¿Por qué?
porque en español sería sí, yo hice mi tarea.
Correct. And the last one?
No, I didn't do my homework. Es lo mismo.
Pero ¿por qué aquí? Porque aquí no ocupé el do y aquí sí lo ocupo.
Quizás porque la
Por,
está realizando.
¿Cómo?
Quizás porque la acción se está realizando.
¿Se está realizando en el presente? Correcto. Pero en este caso, ¿qué significa esto? Didn't. ¿Negativo o positivo?
Negativo.
No lo hice.
Entonces, correcto, este es un negativo. Entonces, si yo quiero hacer referencia en pasado negativo, voy a ocupar
Did.
eh, did y voy a agregar el not o en la forma corta, didn't. Entonces, significa que en este caso estoy ocupando esto no como verbo, sino que lo estoy ocupando como
Auxiliar.
auxiliar negativo. Entonces, sí necesito el verbo, ¿verdad? No, I didn't do my homework. No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't buy that. Y recuerden, si ustedes pueden ver, cuando nosotros estamos ocupando el auxiliar, ¿el verbo es necesario cambiarlo o no?
No.
No, lo puedo ocupar como su forma base. Did you close the door? I didn't do my homework. I forget it. Yes, I did my homework. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do my homework. Okay, so is there any question about this, guys? ¿Alguna pregunta de esto? Ok, entonces voy a preguntar. And now you must be answering in English. Why, oh well, in this case, what is the base of English? How many base we have in English? ¿Cuáles son las cosas más importantes en inglés? In simple past, en el pasado simple. Ujú.
The auxiliar and the verbs
Auxiliary.
auxiliary and the verbs regular and irregular.
Perfect. Okay, guys, remember. Sorry. Okay, guys, remember. So in this case, the most important things that make the difference and that you are gonna recognize that we are talking about simple past is the auxiliary. El auxiliar puede estar en positivo. Sí, como por ejemplo, I did my homework. Puede estar en pregunta, did you do your homework? Y puede estar en negativo, I didn't do my homework. El positivo casi no lo solemos ocupar porque nosotros ocupamos lo reemplazamos por los verbos. Pero en este caso, el did, I did my homework, está funcionando como auxiliar o como verbo.
Verbo.
Como verbo, no está utilizándose como auxiliar. Yes, I did my homework. Ok, entonces lo entendemos que es para preguntas y para negativos. Ahora vamos a la otra parte. Tenemos lo que son los irregulares y los regulares. Como bien sabemos, los regulares no cambian y solo le agregamos el que al final.
Ed.
Ed. Ed. Y tenemos los irregulares. ¿Qué son los irregulares?
Los
Use did.
cambian.
También.
Que
Los
siempre
que,
cambia.
correcto, los que cambian sus estructuras. Okay, guys, so in this case, I'm going to be sharing with you a list with verbs and you need to practice. Remember, it's important to practice the verbs, as I mentioned at the beginning. In my case, this is the most difficult part of English because there are a lot of verbs and it has grammatical rules. So we must be very careful of that. And then we are going to move on. Now that we remind what is about simple past, what is the auxiliary, what is regular, and what is irregular verbs, Tomorrow, I'm gonna share a video that talk a little bit more about the rules. And also it is important to have fun in this. So we are gonna play a game. And then that is gonna be the last part of this topic. We are gonna learn some ways or some tips in order to pronounce the word correctly in simple past. Okay, guys, as always, it was my pleasure and have a really wonderful rest of the night. Bye bye, guys.
Bye, teacher.
Bye,
Thank you,
teachers.
teacher.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye, my pleasure.